Every musician has an instrument, but every great musician has a purpose. Sometimes that purpose begins in a church. Sometimes it begins in a classroom or in a marching band, and sometimes it grows into a career that takes you around the world. Tonight, we're sitting down with a man whose saxophone has shared stages with legends, whose music has crossed continents, and whose passion continues inspiring the next generation. Welcome to Season 3. Welcome to Smoke and Ice.
Welcome to Smoke and Ice, where smoke meets sophistication and ice meets intensity. I'm Kelly Allen. If you've been with us since the very beginning, welcome home. If tonight is your first time joining us, you're right on time. Every week we sit down with people whose journeys inspire, whose stories educate, and whose passion reminds us why purpose matters. So, pour your favorite bourbon, light your favorite cigar, get comfortable, and let's spark something real.
Smoke and Ice with Kelly Allen. This is the podcast where you're not only informed, but entertained. Sit back, relax, and remember, where there's smoke, there's fire, and you can't chill without ice. Now, here's your host, Kelly Allen.
Our Season 3 premiere features someone whose music has literally traveled the world. He's a contemporary jazz recording artist, an educator, a producer, a performer, and one of the most exciting saxophonists working today. Born in Norfolk, Virginia, raised in Virginia Beach, his musical journey started where so many great stories begin, in church. At just 9 years old, he picked up the saxophone, never realizing one decision would eventually lead him to stages across North America, South America, Europe, and the Caribbean. A proud graduate of Shaw University right here in North Carolina. He has performed with Mary J. Blige, Yolanda Adams, Donald Lawrence, Richard Smallwood, Fantasia, Peebo Bryson, Chuck Brown, Shirley Caesar, Tony Terry, the OJs, and countless others. I can't even get them all out. Today, audiences around the world know him as the touring saxophonist for Who's Bad, the ultimate Michael Jackson experience, where his electrifying performances continue to captivate audiences night after night. As a solo artist, he also has released outstanding contemporary jazz music, including Next Level and singles like Amazing, Give It To Me, and Midnight Drive, blending jazz, R&B, gospel, funk, and soul into a sound that's uniquely his own. Tonight, we're talking music, faith, education, touring the world, finding your own voice, and the purpose behind every note. Please help me welcome to Smoke and Ice, Aaron McCoy Jr. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I am so glad that you are here. So, Aaron, listen, your journey makes one thing clear, that success didn't just happen overnight. It happened one note, one opportunity, one relationship, one stage, and I think that's something that everyone tonight that's watching can appreciate.
Yes.
So before we get into this amazing, and it will be amazing conversation, we're going to pause for just a moment because this is a part of the show that truly makes us smoke and ice. We're going to start with our pour. Tonight we are featuring Blade and Bow Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Tonight's featured bourbon It's crafted at the legendary Stitzel Weller Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky, known for its rich history and iconic 5-key emblem representing the 5 steps of bourbon making. Blade and Blow delivers inviting notes of honey, vanilla, caramel, toasted oak, and warm baking spices, finishing exceptionally smooth and a beautifully balanced bourbon. It's built on patience, craftsmanship, and tradition, and it's a perfect choice for tonight's conversation. So we're going to go ahead and put her up. Just go ahead and do it. And you're my guest. So
right.
I'm going to pour.
Thank you.
Let me know when.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Yes. So this one is a new one, guys. And first of all, I love the bottle. This little key hanging off the side is so cute. So cute.
Nice.
But we'll see.
Right. Cheers.
Dear. And to you all. And I pick up those sweet notes.
It's smoky.
It is smoky.
Nice.
And it's very, it's not too sweet. When I say I pick up the sweet notes, I get the caramel, the vanilla, all those things. Because if it was too sweet, I wouldn't.
Correct. I'm with you on that one. I don't like it. Well, dude, no. You know. No, ma'am.
Sweet. But I like it. I really do it. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
It's very good. The key is nice. It's a nice touch. I like that. Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. But it's a nice smoky bourbon. If you like that, I think this would be a good one for
Yeah. So we don't have the same cigar tonight, guys, because Aaron has his sick tonight, but I will be featuring the Carolina Native, which I've done before, but this one is the Liga Ligero Toro. So let's bring this smoke. It's another outstanding cigar from our friends at Carolina Native Cigars. Last season, we introduced you to the San Andreas Maduro, and this season, we're excited to feature another exceptional offering. This is medium to full-bodied cigar. It leaves rich notes of cedar, espresso, earth, dark cocoa, black pepper, not too much pepper because you don't do it, creating a bold yet refined smoking experience that develops beautifully from the first draw to final ash. It is a Habano wrapper. Excuse me, I always do that. It's a Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and the filler is Nicaraguan Ligero. That's why it's a Ligero Toro, right? And now we're going to finally talk about this pairing and what makes this special. But let's go ahead and light up first.
Sounds like a great stick there. Sounds nice.
It is.
I'm jealous. I just have a Rocky Patel, 5-year aged.
Which one do you have?
Rocky Patel.
Okay. That one's nice too.
Oh, they're good smoke. Good smoke.
All right. So we're going to start with the flavor science. A great pairing isn't about finding two products that taste good on their own. It's about discovering how they transform each other, right?
Right.
I feel like the Blade and Bow opens with smooth notes of vanilla, caramel, toasted oak. Those sweet flavors immediately soften the Liga Ligero's bold black pepper and earthy character. And it's not a bad boldness to the cigar, I don't think. And you're not smoking mine, so I'm all on my own here. But it creates, for me, a much smoother first impression. Doing the bourbon first and then the cigar, I get a much smoother impression of this cigar right here. As the cigar develops, rich notes of espresso, cocoa, cedar, and leather begin to emerge. Those darker flavors unlock hidden layers in the bourbon, because that bourbon has more to say than just that. All the baking spices and the dried fruit and everything else like that, they complement each other. It's a constant exchange. Every sip prepares your palate for the next draw, and every draw reveals something new in the bourbon. Neither overpowers the other. Instead, they work in harmony, balancing sweetness with spice, richness with refinement, and creates a pairing that's smooth, complex, and incredibly satisfying. The result is elegant, balanced, sophisticated. That's the beauty of flavor science, and that's what makes Smoking Ice unlike any other show. I am loving it. So thank you to Joker Smoker if you're in the Triangle area, Raleigh, wherever, make sure you join and you go over to Joker Smokers. They have a little, what is it called? A membership as well, but it might not always be for cigars, but they do. You can earn some points and get some free stuff, some really nice stuff, but they're very, very, they will inform you. They will educate you. If you don't know what you want, if you know what you like, they will point you in the right direction. There's 2 locations. I'll be down here somewhere, but please go. And when you do, make sure you let them know that Smoking Ice sent you. Now we've enjoyed the pour. We've enjoyed the smoke. Let's get back to this incredible conversation with the real Aaron McCoy. So I've really been looking forward to this conversation because when people hear someone play the saxophone the way you do, they usually assume the journey started in some prestigious conservatory, but yours started somewhere much more familiar, which was church.
Yes.
Take us back. What do you remember about 9-year-old Aaron?
What I remember even about this journey starting, I remember seeing a saxophonist actually, and I actually got to tell Dave Cos this on his cruise that I did this year. Seeing a saxophonist on TV, and it was actually Dave Cos, and telling my mom and dad, this is what I want to do. I want to do this. And I asking my mom, can you get me a saxophone? Because like I said, I came up in the church and all the little boys wanted to play the drums. I was one of them little boys that wanted to play the drums, beating on the back of the seat with the broke fans and all that, doing that. I was one of them little boys. So I wanted to play the drums, but I came from a musical family and I had a cousin that was just, he had it on the drums. So everybody in the family was like, oh, that's Trinell. So he had it. And I was like, well, what can I do to play every Sunday? Because I wanted to play every Sunday. And it was, I said, get a saxophone. And so I told my mom, I said, well, Mom, I talked with her, said, listen, if you get this saxophone for me, I promise you, you won't regret it. I promise you, you won't regret it. And about 3 years ago, I asked my mom, did you ever regret giving me that saxophone? She said, baby, not 1 minute. So it panned out. It panned out for me.
So, I mean, when you're young, you don't really realize, you just know that you want to do something.
Right.
For that, it drew to you. But at what moment did you realize that this wasn't just something that you enjoyed, but this was something that was your purpose?
The moment that I really figured out that it was something that it was my purpose is really when I got to high school. My high school band director, Elson Fitzgerald, I had a friend, a buddy that was there at the same time, Chris Evans. It was me and Chris, and he told us, he was like, man, you guys can make money doing this. And it wasn't until back then, and I'm dating myself, man, but back then, them Tyler Perry plays was coming out. Right. Mama done burnt the ticket and all, they was torn and all that. So me and Chris got picked up by a touring play, and they would come pick us up from school. I remember so vividly, come pick us up when the bell rung on Friday, from school on Friday, to hit the road with them to go out all weekend. But the only stipulation was that we could go out, we had to make it back to the church on Sunday morning. Right. That was the only way we could do it. And the only way we got to miss that is if we had a show on Sunday. And they were even, I remember one time they dropped us off back to school on Monday morning. Yes, it was that. And so I'm like, man, I'm only in high school. And at high school, $200 a show to do a show touring with this traveling play.
Yes.
And Marlon True, that was I was like, what are we talking about? Yeah, let's do this. So it started to hit me. And then I'm in school. Everybody's knowing what I'm doing. I'm playing at talent shows. I'm playing at the homecoming game. And even a little slight story, I even tried to get in with the wrong crowd. And the wrong crowd was like, yo, man, what you doing over here? Nah, you don't do this over here. You keep playing that saxophone. We'll handle this over here. You stay over there because we like what you doing over there. Right. So I'm like, okay, well, the wrong crowd, that ain't for me then. I guess this saxophone is for me.
Wait, the wrong crowd's telling you to go back to your saxophone. You know it's your stuff.
So
that's what that was. Wow. The church musicians developed, something many others don't get. They learn to play from the heart. before they ever learn to perform.
Yes.
When you're in church, you are just giving your all every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
So how has that foundation stayed with you?
Man, that foundation has stayed with me all the way to the present day. It let me hone my skills. It taught me what to do, what not to do, where to go, what not to go as far as musically. I saw a musician, a famous musician, Reggie Parker, the other week. He made a post about how the difference between musicians nowadays and musicians back in the day. There were a time where if you was on the keys and you won't playing them chords right, the older musicians would tell you, "Hey boy, get up," and you're not sitting back down until you can figure this out. So what that did was that put a fire in you. So now you back home. Oh no, I'm gonna figure these chords out. I'm gonna get it because next Sunday, Bobby not kicking me off this keyboard. He's not telling me I'm not doing this next Sunday. I'm playing the whole service. See what I'm saying? So that's what that was, and we kind of need to get back to that. Younger cats, they're a little soft nowadays, but that's that. But
listen, no, it is real. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's a time in my life where I was given a solo in church, right? Because people recognize what you can do, and I was singing, but I was nervous, so I wasn't singing. I wasn't speak. I was singing, but it wasn't that good. And one of them women who could blow got up and took over, and my feelings were so hurt. But let me tell you something. It taught me something. It taught me to not hold back. If it's my gifts, give my gifts. Stop shortchanging myself. So I get that. And I get that drive. And I love all of the musicians that came up in the church because we have that. So we're always striving for excellence. Whatever your instrument is, you're striving for excellence, because there was that somebody that said, "Oh, you, what? Okay, excuse me. The only thing she did not do was take the mic out of my damn hair." As well. This is the only thing she didn't do. And I just stood there, and you can't cry, you can't run, you just got standing there like, well, I guess I'm gonna sing back up.
And that feeling be like, what? This ain't gonna happen then. This ain't gonna happen again.
She's still alive. I ain't gonna say her name, but you know who you are. You know what you did to me.
So you talked about Mr. Fitzgerald kind of telling you who you were. Was there anybody else who just kind of pulled you to the side and said, "You got it. This is you. You can really make a career out of this. Like, young man, you got this"?
So there was another gentleman, my college professor, Mr. Charles Brown. So when I got to Shaw, a musician by the name of Thurman Woods took me under his wing. And at the time, I was the freshman, right? So I'm the freshman in the band, but I had a car, right? So Thurman, Rick, Steve, some drummers from Chicago, they had actually just graduated. They were all at Shaw. They were still on campus, still around. And I would be the one to go pick them up from the airport when they were landing back on Sunday morning to go to church and play. And so I'm doing that. And as I'm doing that, they're dropping gems on me. And I'm taking it back to the band room, playing, doing my thing. And it was Mr. Brown, when he called me. He said, "What you doing?" So, "Mr. Brown, I'm in my dorm room." He said, "Grab your horn, put on a suit, you going with me." I said, "Grab my horn, put on a suit, I'm going with you." Man, Mr. Brown had me in some hole, but he said, "Grab your horn, we gonna play these tunes." He was a drummer, and I'm in his jazz band, so I'm playing these tunes. And as I'm playing these tunes these cats are older, way older. They looking at me like, "Oh yeah, he can burn." That's when Mr. Brown came to me and said, "Look, man, this is how you need to be making your money while you out here in college." Light bulb click. That's when I came up with my first band, Mixed Water. And I was doing that. And I was Zydeco's running through all that. That was, yep.
Shout out to Antoine. Yeah, Zydeco.
You know what? He started, or he showcased. I don't want to say he started because you had your own thing before then, but he showcased a lot of you guys coming up here, gave you your opportunity, and I love that. I love that about him, and we're gonna have him on there. They're on here soon, because he's got some accolades himself.
He does.
Playing for the
The Patriots, winning the Super Bowl. Good guy.
Thank you, man. Thank that. Very good. And I appreciate him for allowing Miss Water to play.
Yes, Miss Will.
Giving you the ability to showcase yourself.
Yes.
Because there's what people don't understand is they say, well, I don't want to do that. You never know who is listening, who sees you, who is going to pick you up. And to anyone who is getting out there and starting, don't take anything as being too small. Nothing is ever small.
Nothing.
It is something that you can take, and even if you hone yourself and make yourself more comfortable or make yourself more presentable or whatever you do, it's just a nice platform to have.
Yes.
So I love that. You attended Lake Taylor High School and studied under the Elston Fitzgerald. We talked about him. What else did he teach you that still shows up every time you walk on the stage?
Two things. One thing he taught me, he said, because I remember talking to him one time, I said, well, Mr. Fitzgerald, man, I'm nervous, man. I don't know what to do. I'm sweating. I'm about to go on a play. I'm nervous. He said, son, that's a good thing. He said, the day that you stop having butterflies is the day you need to hang it up. He said, now go out there. He said, now after you play that first note, the butterflies is going to go away. But the day you stop having butterflies is the day you need to hang it up. I still have butterflies to this day.
And I'm glad you do, because we always can learn new things,
Yes,
always get better. But that moment that you think there's nothing else you can learn, that's when you destroy yourself.
That's when, yeah.
Because you get too big for your own britches. As old folks used to say, you're too big for your britches. But it's amazing how one teacher, one opportunity, one conversation can completely redirect life for yourself.
For sure.
And that next chapter was able to happen right here in North Carolina from those very words.
For sure, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing.
It is. I agree.
So we're going to go into your Shaw University. We talked about it a little bit. As a proud Shaw University graduate, what did Shaw give Aaron McCoy that life couldn't?
Ooh. Shaw taught me lessons, life lessons, how to live, how to survive, how to be a man. Cause when I came to Shaw, I couldn't run to mom and dad. I had to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? As a musician, even and a lot of people may not know this. It taught me how to stay consistent. After I graduated, I can't front you, I was homeless for a little while. After I graduated, I was homeless for about maybe like 6 months. I was a stride musician. Now I could have went back home. I could have went back to mom and dad's house, but that's not what I wanted. I knew I was out here for a purpose. I knew it was something greater. I knew it was something that I had to do. My mama calling me on the phone, come back home. You can come back home. You have a bedroom. You don't have to be, I'm couch surfing at homies' cribs, You don't have, but I had to figure it out. And I knew it was something greater. So I knew going back to me would have been saying like, all right, now I done gave, you see what I'm saying? I'm comfortable, I done gave up. Right. I'm going back to what's comfortable or what I know.
You know, when you look back at a lot of successful people and you look at their journey, you will find some short period of homelessness in all of that. And the reason, and it's not because they wanted to be, and like you said, it was because if I do this, I will get too comfortable and I will miss the mark of where I'm supposed to be. But however, if I keep grinding, if I keep doing this, I don't want this. So I'm going to make sure I put myself in a position that makes me where I am, where I want to be.
Yes, ma'am.
And a lot of people look at it like, well, oh gosh, it was purposed for that moment to show you what you can do. Because when people get too comfortable,
I'm telling you,
they give up. And those dreams that they have, those ideas they have, the things that they could have given to the world go away because they got comfortable. So that is a part of your journey that is amazing. And to say it's amazing, but to know what you went through it's a dichotomy. I see more like, how's it amazing when someone was horrible, homeless? But what it is that you pushed yourself.
Yes.
Every morning that you woke up, you had to say, I got to do this. No, I got to get on the grind. Nope, I can't sit here like this because if I don't, then it might be 2 more months and I'm here.
Right.
So in these days, and while I'm here, I'm going to make sure that in that time, I'm where I need to be. So that's just so amazing. But we're going to continue on this Shaw journey just a little bit more. There are all these Shaw U bears out there because they know they watching. They're watching Shaw U in the building, baby. Where just a student, you became prep and director. You helped recruit musicians, performed with concert bands. You were in jazz band, prep band. That's leadership. When was it that you discovered that you loved helping other musicians succeed?
It was actually my freshman year. Like I said, when I got here, a young man by the name of Thurman Woods took me under his wing. And when I got here, he was the pep band director. And I saw how he kind of commanded the band and kind of directed things. And I'm like, man, I want to do what that guy is doing. So me not knowing at the time, he's teaching me these characteristics. And before I know anything, I'm falling down behind him doing what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? So that next year, he had graduated. That next year, Mr. Brown basically was like, well, Aaron, Thurman's leaving. You need a pep band director. You're the guy. And I'm like, well, I'm the guy. And I appreciate him for giving me that opportunity, because that opportunity, it opened me and it started me to the back end of the performance. Everybody see the lights and the glamour, but the back end, when you have to, not necessarily to say control a band, but when you have to be the person in charge of what's going on and how to run things and how to run a band and how to keep everybody wrangled. Because when you're in a situation, when you're in a band, there are multiple personalities, and you have to know how to deal with multiple people and multiple personalities at the same time. And it taught me life skills.
Yeah, and those life skills went a little bit further, because later you taught students at Southeast Raleigh.
I did.
Knightdale High School, where my daughter graduated from. Him work with Platinum Sound. Teaching is very different from performing. What have your students taught you?
Wow. That there is always something more in what you're getting. Because originally, when I first came to school, I knew I could make money being a musician, but I really wanted to be an elementary school music teacher. That's what I came down here to do.
Wow. Okay.
Elementary school music teacher. But like I said, once I came down and started working and started getting these clubs, I'm in what was it called? Gwendolyn's. I'm all in Gwendolyn's. Ain't old enough, but I'm playing in that, boy. It was those things that kind of was like, okay, man, well, like, you getting some smoke behind you, like, we can do this. And the students taught me, because I seen them elevate. I'm teaching high school. I'm teaching 9th, 8th, 10th grade. They going and they graduating. I'm like, dang, they going on and doing big things. They becoming, they going to college, dog. Like, man, there was more. And I remember the day so vividly. And it was one day when I was teaching at Knightdale High School. It was actually like not my last day, but my last week. I'm like, man, I want to hit the road. I know it's something else out there. And that was my last week when I had that feeling. But it was. And it was my time.
Right. What years were those?
Well, that was real.
I just try to see you and so.
That was 04, 05, 06, and 07. Because 07 is when I officially hit the road hard.
So my sister was there while you was there, because she graduated in 07. We 11 years apart. So she.
But jazz sometimes gets labeled as music for older audiences. Mm-hmm. What do you say to young people who think jazz isn't for them?
Jazz is for anybody that loves music, any music lover. music you listen to today, jazz had an influence in it. That's just what it is. I mean, you can't argue me down. It's in the books. It's in theory. Classical music is the reason why you hear music that you're hearing today.
Listen, it's rudimentary.
Okay.
All music started from a single being. The notes are all the same. It does not matter.
It does not matter.
It does not matter.
It does not matter.
All we did, or all people did throughout time, was take those notes and make them into something else and give them a different flavor to call it what it is. So music is music all day. And I think that's why I enjoy all genres of music. Mm-hmm. Jazz music happens to be one of my favorites, only because it's a vibe.
Yes,
you know, and you have so many different, and now you've got jazz fusions, you've got classical jazz, you've got Latin jazz, you've even got I saw the other day and I was like, hold up, Arabic jazz.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
It's a thing, yeah. It's a thing.
And it's amazing to me, but it's still all roots, and it connects people. It's an energy that we all relate to. If you cannot understand me speaking, we can understand each other through music.
I can speak to that.
I can speak through music.
I was in Budapest, and this was through Charlotte University. I was in Budapest one year, and I was touring with the choir, and I was the only musician there. And as a music major, we had to take vocal, we had to be in the choir, all the whole thing. I was a music major, so we were on tour, and we're in Budapest, and Dr. Cornwall was there. I believe she's still there now. And Dr. Cornwall said, well, at the time I was her case study for Columbia University in New York. And she said, well, I'm going to take you with us, and you're going to have a segment where you play the saxophone. And I'm like, just me? She's like, just you. Choir going to walk off. You going to do your thing. I said, okay. The song that I picked to do was Amazing Grace. Now we're in Budapest. The choir's off. It's just me. I play Amazing Grace, and as I'm playing, I see this old lady in the amphitheater stand up, and she walks down, and she stands, in front, not close to me, but I can see her. I clearly see her, and she's weeping. And she stood there the whole time until I finished. I walked off to the side. She walked over to the side with me. I didn't know one word she was saying to me, but the translator said, the sound that you produced out of that saxophone was so beautiful. She was like, in her language, she was saying, I know this is Amazing Grace, but you playing it through the saxophone touched me so that I had to come and tell you. And she's bawling, crying. Without that horn, I couldn't speak to her and she know what I'm saying. She couldn't speak to me when I know what she's saying, but she understood the music. She understood the feeling. And that right there, I'm telling you, that's why I still do it. That's why I still do it. When I've done a show and I'm finished doing a show and I come down to do sound, I'll go out take pictures, and a young lady come to me and say, something told me to come to this show tonight. And the reason why I came, she said, before I came to this show, I was going to kill myself.
Oh.
But I came here and I heard your saxophone. And now I know I have something to live for. That's why I still do this to this day. You never know what people are going through out there in their audience. Right. And that note you sang just did, it made something click. And then they said, oh, I can keep going another day. That's why I do it.
And that's why it's so important to have humility in this. Because we can get notoriety. We can get the accolades, we get everything, but just those words that you said, when someone is needing, and if you're not receptive to that, and if you push someone away, you never know what they needed.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's just so important to keep yourself open to that, and to keep giving that, and to keep giving yourself, because music, it doesn't just have to be gospel music or whatever. Music saves lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody can relate to music. It's one of the things that if I'm not in a good position, I can throw on some music, start cooking, and I'm good. You know what I mean? To start off with like, oh, this day is horrible, but by the time I get through music or singing or whatever and start to cook, because that's my other love,
I'm good.
Whole nother vibe.
That's a whole nother, like,
Yes.
on to next.
That part.
And well, we have to remember that. You know, there's so many people that I've admired, and when I've gotten a chance to meet them, I'm like, oh, that's who you are.
Been there.
And I try and keep my mouth shut. Sometimes it don't work. I try and keep my mouth shut, not to, to spread that. But you have to be careful of how you present yourself. And I get it. It can get stressful, and you don't have a life anymore. You don't have this, and the normal things that you used to be able to do, you can't do anymore. But it's because you inspire people, and that should tell you right there that you're doing something right. So you have to keep doing it right. You can't be a jerk.
Exactly.
I digress so far. So let's go back a little bit more. Because I always believe that great teachers create more great artists. And I think that's one of the most underrated parts of your story, is that you've taken the time to, regardless of where these children are, you talked about being at Nightdale High School and watching these kids thrive. You've created other great artists, and that's such an amazing, amazing thing. And I just want to thank you for that, because so many people would have just said, or just, I'm collecting the check, so I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's not. Gosh, I sometimes I do. I'm not that hard, guys. I get emotional sometimes, not a lot, but so sometimes I gotta pull it back. But every successful artist can usually point to one season of life that truly shaped who they become. For you, the season, I believe, was Shaw University. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
You earned your degree there as a musical performance and production, but I imagine you walked away with so much more than just a diploma. When you think back to your years at Shaw, what impact did that experience have on you, not just as a musician, but as a man? And I know you talked about it a little bit more, but I wanted you to expound on it, because we were talking more about music at that time.
Okay.
So what else? You said, that it made you a man, it made you more independent, but what else did you get from your Shaw U experience?
I got family. I got family. I learned how to carry myself, how etiquette. I learned that it's not the big university or nothing against the PWI, but the NC State down the street, just because they go to NC State, or better yet, because you touched on this, just because you go to somewhere like Berkeley and I'm at Shaw University, doesn't mean what they're learning is way better than what I'm learning. It's still 12 notes in the scale. They learning the same 12 over there that I'm learning over here. They learning the same theory over there that I'm learning over here. So it's not about the big university. It's about how you apply what you're learning.
Right, because you go to Berkeley and come out and be trash.
Exactly.
Or even go to, what's up in New York? Juilliard. You can go to Juilliard. See, we always talk about Juilliard was dance major at performing arts, so it was always Juilliard, And one of my friends that went there, and they're doing very well now. But it's not about the school that you go to. It's about the rudiments, the fundamentals that you learn while you're there. You can go to anywhere you want to, as long as you can pay for it. They'll keep you.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll keep you.
You say
As long as you can pay for it, they'll keep you. Being that you came out learning some real stuff.
Exactly.
So it's just about what you take and how you apply it, and even more so how you inspire others. Because you can learn everything that you learn, but if you don't teach anyone else, what was it for?
Exactly. What was it for?
What was it for?
You can't, and the thing about it is, you can't gatekeep. In this industry, you got some cats that are gatekeep. You got some that are gatekeep. But I'm glad that I'm around brethren that won't do that.
Right.
That don't do that.
Right. Or who get so big that they forget who helped them when they were no one.
Yes.
Because I know that too, and I'll keep the names to myself.
We both do, and we'll keep them in our pocket.
I'm gonna keep it right tucked. I'm gonna keep it tucked. But as we talked about, you immerse yourself in everything the music department had to offer. We talked about the concert band, the jazz ensemble, the prep band, and eventually being director, right? That's a lot of responsibility for one person to have, especially for a college student, because you're trying to make sure that you get your work done, but you also have all these other hats that you're wearing, all those other things that you're doing. When did you realize that leadership was becoming just as important as musicianship? Because we talked about how, you found out that you wanted to be a leader, but when did you find out the importance of being a leader? Because that carried on. That leadership it carried on into your adult life.
It did. The importance of being a leader I found out at Shaw, and it was actually being the pep band director at Shaw. And I hate to bring this situation up, but I don't know if anyone remembers, but a few years back, a young man, they say jumped out of the window at Shaw University, and that young man was in the pep band. And we're not gonna get too deep into that, but I know the whole story. And that whole experience taught me what being a leader is and how you should carry yourself in being that leader. I hated that it had to be that situation, because I still hurt to this day behind that situation. But it taught me, when you are bestowed leadership, you have to be, for lack of better words, you gotta be firm, but you also have to know who you're dealing with.
Right.
And how to deal with each person in a different way. See what I'm saying? That taught me that. And that's definitely leadership.
Yeah.
And give thanks to the people that you're leading.
Right.
Give big ups to your team. Let them know, hey, y'all doing good. We can do better. And we're gonna do better. Just gotta keep the morale, if nothing else.
Right.
If nothing else.
Right. And that's such an amazing thing to say, because a lot of people don't understand how to handle individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is different.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that works with one person doesn't work with another. You can say one thing to one person, they're just like, okay, well, I got it. And you can say something to another person, and it completely diminishes their worth and in that moment. And it's hard. Being a leader is it's hard.
Tough.
It's a tough. It's a beast.
It is
to have, because you have so many different personalities. And I commend you, for saying that, things could have been different, and it taught me how to be different. But you learned from that, and it made you a better leader. Unfortunate, but it made you a better leader. And we can't control everything, and I'm grateful that you didn't hold on to that so much, that you took so much of that it diminished you, because it can. If you're not able to handle that, then it can tear up.
Oh my God.
An individual.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's really, really great. I've always believed that great leaders don't just tell people what to do, they inspire people.
Yes.
And they inspire people the way they show up every day. Would you say that something you learned during your time at Shaw helped you in that? And not just that one, but another, any other situation that just made you feel like, I need to turn in this direction, or I need to be, in this one, or I'm right on point. What was it?
I think another one was when we were still at Shaw, when Mr. Brown trusted enough in me. Now, mind you, I'm still a student, leading students. They don't have to listen to me. I am not the professor. I'm just the guy he put in charge. But when he would allow me to take the band, and he entrusted in me enough to know and knew that I could handle the situation without him being there, it showed me, okay, he trusts me. And it's something that I show him. It's the reason why he trusts me. So, okay, let me keep doing this. Let me keep showing up like this. Because it's consistent. It's consistency. We're building something. And if he trusts me to do that, I don't want to let him down.
Right.
Because then if I let him down, that means I let somebody else down. That means other things can happen. You know what I'm saying? That if it hits somebody down, so
And it's not going the way it's supposed to go. I got it.
So I got to be on top of this. As no one else is, I got to be on top of this. And I've taken that on, and I still to this day, because I'm the tour manager with Who's Bad. I do that and have to get the money and make sure everybody good, do the hotel, and make sure I trial this. And those days open the door for these days that I'm in now.
Right. Yeah, it is perfect. But so we're gonna start moving our way out. We're gonna start trying to go forward. One thing that really stood out for me was that even after graduating, you didn't immediately focus on your career. And we talked about this a little bit about you going to teach. You chose to go and work in the school and work for the different high schools that you did. Why was it that because you already knew that while you were in college that you could do your own thing, that you could make money, that you could be a leader, that you can be a performer and actually make money. Why go into the school system?
Children was my passion. Like I said before, originally I wanted to be an elementary school music teacher. And that's because my elementary school music teacher that I had influenced me so much as a kid. Like, wow, she was very influential in my music starting, aside with my family. So kids were my passion. And so I said, well, I can't really do little kids, but the door opened for me to do high school. And so I was like, well, they're not little kids, but I can go ahead because these kids are getting ready to go to college and they're getting ready to go through what I'm going through and about to be out of. So if I can help them, especially us, if you know what I'm saying, if I can, let me do that.
Right. Yeah. So, and it sounds like that was your inspiration for doing that part, because teaching isn't just about music and scales. Sometimes you're teaching confidence. Sometimes you're teaching discipline. Sometimes you're simply giving a young person a safe place to be who they are and to let them know where they belong. What do you hope that every student walks away with after you work with them?
Then I let them call me Mr. Aaron. That Mr. Aaron inspired me to want more for myself. Mr. Aaron inspired me to be consistent. He inspired me to show up. He inspired me to have the confidence and believe in myself. He inspired me to do things that'll take me to the next level. That's all I wanted, to see everybody succeed, everybody be happy, it's an unreal thought, and you know, you can't make everybody happy, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make everybody happy. I wanted everybody to be around me, be smiling, everybody be happy, everybody be a good time. That's me even as a host. I don't sit down. I just want to make sure everybody is good.
No. Yeah. You are definitely, we in the same boat, because I don't either. I don't even eat. I be like, is everybody else good? Then after I'm like, dang, I'm hungry. Because I ain't did nothing. I ain't nothing. I don't know. But I've interviewed so many successful people over the years, and one thing almost all of them have in common is that someone believed in them before they believed in themselves. And you had several people that you mentioned, but who was that main person? Because we went from mom all the way to professors, to teachers and professors and everything else. But who was that one person for you that made you know that you can do anything that you wanted to do?
Well, in this field, I will say that this is where the OJs come in my story. This homecoming, I believe it was 2006. OJs came down to Shaw University and they were doing a whole weekend, and Willie Gary came down, and actually it was 2005. Willie Gary came down, and the OJs that came in town, they said, well, they already let us know. And they said, well, the OJs want to bring their band. And they said, well, nah. I said, Mr. Brown, we can back up the OJs right out. So, preliminaries. So we ended up getting to back up the OJs. And they loved it. So they were like, oh, my God, what are you guys doing? So they talk. They ended up, the first big show I did with them, they ended up doing the National Teachers Association Convention in Orlando, Florida. And they said, we want to hire your band to open for us. Then we want you to come on and do our set with us. Are you game? I said yes. So we went down, did the show, great time. When I went in the back office to collect the money and sit down with the guys and do everything, when I seen the check, I was like, what? This what people get paid on this level, we can really do this? They was like, yeah, man. But when they gave me the check, they had flipped over and they did one of them numbers. So I let the check sit there. I wasn't gonna be that guy like, what's going on? I let the check sit. So we talked, and they said, man, you don't want to look at the check. I'm like, oh man, I'm good. No, I'm trying to be that guy. Just you wait. No, I'm good. Yeah, get over. But when I turned the check over, I was like, wow. And with that check, it allowed me to pay the guys good. They got way more than what they was expecting. I was able to start the band and LLC the band, really start as a business, and it really gave me that kick that I needed. And once I got that kick, I was like, oh, I'm jump started now, baby. We riding. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that was. That season right there. Yeah.
Well, now that you become the person that so many young musicians admire, what does that responsibility feel like?
It's a mixed emotions. It feels good. Then it's almost like it's nervous because you don't want to let those people down. You want to uphold that same value that they see you in, that same light that they see you in. And I just try to do that. And everybody has the ups and downs. Everybody gonna fall, but you get back up and you keep going. And to see and hear now cats, and now they call me Unc now. I'm Unc now. To see cats and be like, man, I was at UNCG and you came through and I seen you. I was too scared to talk to you, but now this is what I'm doing. I'm like, man, what? Or I was at Central and I seen you. You came through with some other cats and I was on it. That's what I'm doing it for.
Being a part of a HBCU, I did not. I was part of a PWC, and nothing against PWCs, but there's a pride that comes behind it. And like I said, I was trying to get off of it, but there's so much pride in that. And I have so many friends that are all Shaw U Bears and all this other stuff, and they just love it. What is it about Shaw University that still lives inside Aaron McCoy even today? Every time you step on stage, there's a part that you go back and say, I'm still a Shaw U Bear. It's still this, but that has made me this. Not that it's made you, but it has cultivated you to be this. What is it that you still carry with that?
Dear old Shaw, the one thing that keeps me is, just tell you this real quick. I made when I had started the band Mixed Water, I made a statement, a staple, a stand. No other band will come on this campus and play. It's going to be Mixed Water. And I remember I was seeing a band, and they were so good. Ebony, it was an all-girl band. Back in the day, Ebony would come on Shaw University campus and play everything. They was playing everything. I said, now, I love Ebony. They good man. But I said, me and the boys, we down here night after night, cutting our teeth, and we come in here and do the same thing Ebony doing here on campus. That right there, I said, yeah, no more. I'm taking all that over. So we took that over, And the camp, every time the campus had anything, we was playing. We was playing. And that drive and that hunger still sticks with me today.
Gotcha. It's amazing because you were developed as a musician, and then you were teaching, and then you were leading, and then still learning. Life was quietly preparing you for something much bigger. Soon those lessons would take you from classroom and college stages to concert halls around the world, and that's where I want to go next, because we got to talk about that. Because you've shared the stage with some incredible names like Mary J. Blige and Yolanda Adams, People Bryson, Shirley Caesar, Tony Terry. We said all of them in the beginning. To go through them all would just be, I can't. I don't have the time to go through everyone. But one opportunity in particular would introduce your music to audiences across the globe. Let's talk about the Who's Bad, the ultimate Michael Jackson experience. How did that even happen?
Ooh, that happened through a friend, a good brother named Archie Logan.
Oh, I know.
That happened through Archie Logan. He called me one day. He said, man, somebody gonna give you a call about playing in this band. Just wait on their call. That's all he said.
Wow. Okay.
That's all he said. So I'm like, oh, and then in our business, don't hold your breath while you're waiting. But it was like, oh, okay, man, cool. So I'm waiting now. 6 months have passed. And finally, a phone call comes to my phone. Something say, man, just pick it up. So I pick it up, and the dude on the other end said, man, I've been trying to reach you for 6 months. I was like, well, I'm not hard to find. So he had the last digit of my phone number wrong. So how he got the right one, I don't know if he dialed until he got the right one or what, but he got the right one. And when he got it, he offered me, he said, I was calling to offer you a position with this band, but we got more guys that want the position, blah, 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 blah. And I really, at the time, I audition, bro. If you want me, you want me. I ain't audition, but some say, man, just go audition. So I said, all right, I'll audition. So I'm breaking my horn, and he said, all right, put your sax over there. I said, sax over there? What we got going on, man? What we doing? So he said, yeah, I know you play the sax. I need to know if you can sing. I need to know if you can dance. So I was like, hold on, bro. I ain't coming here for all that, but something in me said, but you can.
And you will.
And you see what I'm saying? So just go ahead on and do the audition, boy. So I did it. And it was three other guys there for that. And there was one dude in there, man, he knew he had it. He was talking cold cat trash. He was like, yeah, to me and the other dude, he was like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I could just go ahead on and leave. I mean, really talking trash. So I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, okay, all right, bro, well, if you wanted that bad, bro, you can have it, because I got this club gig, I need to go do it anyway, so we do an audition, and I knew what I possessed, and I could see what they possessed. So I knew if I just did what I needed to do, it'd be all good. So I just did what I did, and so then we love. Before I could even because we had to go to Durham, before I could even get back to Raleigh, the whole band was calling me, was like, yo, man, we just seen your audition tape, bro. We want you. We don't care nothing about them other dudes. Like, you got it. And I'm like, for real?
Nice.
So I said, okay.
But you know what that goes back to? We was talking about character. Your character. When people are too boisterous, too, this is mine, what God has for you is for you. It don't matter what anybody is saying. So that's your character, your humility. Because like you said, in your mind, you're like, what I got an audition for? But you said, you know what? Nah, I'm going to do it. Your humility to say, I'm going to go through every process that you need for me, even though I know my work.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. And that shines so much more than everybody else. So that's just an amazing, amazing thing. One thing I've noticed throughout throughout your journey and through me knowing you, not this conversation, but life, is that your career has never seemed to be driven by fame. It's been driven by purpose. That's very different from most people. A lot of people are driven by what can drive them and take them to the top, but you've always been one to look back or to try and figure out how you can be effective, not only in the community, but even in your presence, and to show other people how they should be. And that's a very different type of motivation. And I love that. Where does that come from?
To be honest, Kelly, it comes from my upbringing. As you mentioned, I grew up in the church, and that's where everything started for me. All my uncles on my dad's side, my uncles and aunts, they all sang, played instruments. And like I said, I came up in a musical family, and that's where my values and everything from that on, it trickled down from there. Right. You know, growing up in the church, and fame didn't drive me. I was always a people person and always loved to please and just do right by people. You know what I mean? So that's like what fueled me. And when I picked up the sax and started playing, it made people smile. So I like that feeling, and I would love to continue with it.
Okay. And I love that. And, you know, but you have been exposed. So you've performed in front of thousands of people around the world, not just locally, not across the U.S., but I mean around the world. When the lights go down, the crowd goes home. Who is Aaron McCoy when the saxophone goes back in its case?
Aaron McCoy is actually the same guy you see, the loving guy, the family guy, the guy that's wants to help, the guy that's a people person, a people pleaser. You know, that's who Aaron McCoy is, the guy with the smile that want to make sure everybody's okay. You know, that's who he is. That's who he is.
Every artist has moments of self-doubt. Was there ever a season where you questioned whether this journey was worth it?
Several. Listen, they still come now. They still come now to this present day. I mean, it's always a thing or a situation of, is this really for me? Should I be doing this? Or you have a show that wasn't that great in your eyes, and you're like, man, what am I doing?
Well, how do you find your way through that?
You know, really how I find my way through it is I just kind of take a step back, and I realize, man, you wouldn't be this far if it wasn't for you. And you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing by things that have been said to you, that have been done for you, or just mentioned to you. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, well, I know I got a purpose. And so I got to stay in that vein and stay on the lane and stay on the path that I'm on.
And it sounds like the next thing I'm getting ready to say. Faith has clearly been a part of your story since childhood. And how has your relationship with God shaped your career decisions?
It has shaped it tremendously. I mean, that's where everything started. Without him, I know these things wouldn't be possible. There's things that have happened for me that I can't explain. I can't add no one. So it's no one but God. You know, and so he opens those doors, and he can shut doors too at the same time. And sometimes he has on me, and because it wasn't for me or wasn't my time to do those things, and he reopened them, you know, later down the road.
And you're talking a little bit about character, you know, and I've always believed talent can open doors, but character determines how long you stay in the room.
Oh my God.
Has that been true in your experience?
Oh my goodness. It's crazy that you touch on that. I've been on, just this year, I've been on a couple different scenes, and don't get me wrong, the people that were in the room were all talented, but it wasn't because of their talent that they were in the room. It was because of their character that they were in the room. And talent is not even half of it. The character is how you handle yourself with people, how you handle yourself off stage. I've been with world renowned artists, just sitting down having a conversation like this with them, and they haven't heard me play a note, but from the conversation that we've had, they were like, man, well, why don't you come and do such and such with me, or hang out with me here, or do this with me? And it has been great. And I'm like, wow, off of my conversation, you didn't hear me play the saxophone one time? My homie just told you I played, and you were like, okay, and now we've had a conversation, but you want me to do this? That's God, you know? That's that favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that. When people hear the name Aaron McCoy 20 years from now, what do you hope they remember first?
what I hope they remember first is he was an amazing guy. He was just a good guy. He was a good guy. I just want to be a good guy.
Right, but I mean, you got the performances, the recordings with a person. So it sounds like you just want them to know the person, not everything else.
Well, know the person, but what I present to them is the music, is Saxoholic One, is Aaron the Real McCoy. That's what I present to them. And if it's just on that surface, that he was just a great musician.
Okay, I can see that you are. You've inspired so many musicians already. What responsibility comes with knowing your saxophonists, knowing young saxophonists, and now studying who are trying to study their own career? Is what I'm trying to say. You know, what do you give to them that are trying to come out and that's trying to do the same thing that you are doing?
What I would give to them is one word: consistency. Stay consistent. This thing it's a game, and you got to play it. And if you don't play it, it will consume you.
Right.
If this is what you want to do, stay consistent. With any game, you have some losses, you have some wins, but you got to stay consistent. Consistency is the key in the game. That's the key.
We all have dreams, and we all have things that we go through. What is one thing that you wish someone had taught you when you were in your 20s or just getting started?
Ooh. One thing that I wish someone had taught me when I was just getting started is the behind the scenes. Is after the lights go out and you're talking business backstage. Is having everything in line. The talent is like 40%, not even 50% is the talent. We all know of, and I'm not calling anybody out, not being a hater, because the kids nowadays, he just hating. I'm not hating. There are people out there today that the talent is nowhere near what it should be, but them as a person, or them, as a entertainer, is amazing. So that's what drives. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
If you had anything to say to the 9-year-old you, what would you say?
Boy, don't give up. Don't give up, because exactly what you prayed for, or what you're praying for at 9, or what you're seeing at 9, it happens. Maybe not as fast as in your mind you think it should, but it happens for you. Stay consistent.
All of this has been beautifully said, and I think that's why your story resonates, because yes, you've played incredible stages. Yes, you've traveled the world, but at the end of the day, you're still the same young man whose journey started in church. Simply trying to honor the gift God placed in his hands, and I think that's something we can call and all learn from. I'm not usually one lost for words, especially when I write it, but that right there, that just did something to me. Ardently, and I gotta take a moment for it because it gave me goosebumps. Because when you have a calling on your life, see, and when God has given you something, nobody can take that from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody. It doesn't matter where you are, how long it takes you to get there. You're eventually going to get there, and you just have to stay the course. And you, my friend, and I feel like I can call you that because we've known each other so long, have done exactly that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And you've left an imprint on everyone, whether it was children, the church, the stages, overseas, whatever you did, you left an imprint, and that is so amazing. And I love that. I love it for you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we are getting into my favorite part of this. Before we wrap things up, there's one more pour left in the glass. And around here, that means one more question. Not about the career, not about the accolades, not about the stage you performed on. This one goes straight to the heart. When this journey is all said and done, when the lights go out, when the applauses fade, and someone you've never met picks up your saxophone and asks,
Who was Aaron McCoy? What do you hope they say?
He was a good brother that stayed the course. Good brother that stayed the course, was consistent, and he never switched up on me. And the same Aaron you saw when he was over there, he was the same Aaron you saw when he was over there.
And I want to add one more thing to that. I want to say that he was one who always blessed others with his knowledge.
Wow.
I'm going to add that.
Wow.
Because that is what you've done all through your life, through your course. From the time that you started, you always made sure that you've prepared someone else for their journey. Not to be like you, but to be like them. Authentically them.
That's it.
So I'm going to add that to that.
That's a good one.
I like that. So we're getting ready to go into, as beautiful as that was, because as you described, you are legacy. It is not just your accomplishments, but it is everything else. We are going to get ready to go into the Smoke and Ice lightning round. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the lightning round, and I want to just throw out some questions. No thought process.
Okay.
First thing that comes to mind.
All right. Let's go.
And I always say no thought process, but I give you some time to think.
Okay.
I'm not going to be there.
But I'm gonna try to keep it to light though.
I want it no thoughts, just quick. First thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
All right. Jazz or gospel?
Gospel.
Okay. All right. I like that. Michael Jackson or Prince? Now, look.
You gonna do this to me?
I'm going to give you some time on this one because when I moved it, I was like, what? Michael Jackson or Prince? That's hard. But which one?
It's hard, but it's easy.
And I'm gonna say Michael Jackson.
Okay. All right. Both great, but yes, Michael has left something. Favorite city you've ever performed in?
Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, nice. Okay, with the Aussies. All right. Favorite food after a show?
Water.
That's a great food. Next, morning rehearsal or late night jam session?
Okay, so I'm on status now. I like morning rehearsal, day rehearsal, that late night rehearsal. We don't do them no more, man. All right, we get no more. We can't rehearse at 1 to 12 noon, right?
Okay. What's always in your tour bag besides your saxophone?
Floss. Dental floss. Always.
Okay. All right. 6 that will put up. Okay. One artist, living or gone, you wish you could have shared a stage with?
Michael Jackson.
If you weren't a musician, what would Aaron McCoy be doing?
I would probably be teaching.
Okay.
All
right. Favorite saxophone solo of all time?
Kurt Whalum, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. Okay, yes. Describe your music in one word.
Vibrant.
I like that. And now I've got a bonus, always a bonus. Who gives the better standing ovation, American audiences or international audiences?
International.
Please. And I want to know why. We are the last to accept our own decision.
I have not come to that answer myself, but every time I go internationally, it's like a different love. It's something totally different. Now, they love us over here. They'll give you a pause, but when you go international, it's something totally different.
We always hit charts of overseas before we come here and hit charts, and they act like it's new, and the stuff is old because we've been put it out.
Yes.
We just didn't accept it until they accepted it somewhere else or in Japan, because Japanese love us.
Yes. Yes.
They love us. What's one song that people are always surprised you know how to play?
If I had to pick one, Sweet Caroline.
when I break it out and I be somewhere else, they be like, and then you playing speak? Yeah.
Okay, so if I handed you the aux chord right now, if you had your sax out, what's the first song you would play?
My song Next Level.
Okay, yeah. No, I like it. I like it. Or as I always say, I love it.
Hey.
Every great concert has an encore. Every great conversation deserves one too. So before we let you go, the stage is yours.
Oh, wow.
Would you bless us with a little music?
Sure.
Okay. Now that's how you end a conversation. Aaron, thank you, not just for sharing your story, but for sharing your gifts. I really, really appreciate it. Watching you perform, it becomes very clear that saxophone isn't simply something that you play. It's another voice that you have. It's another piece of you that we all get to have and take home every day. And tonight it was spoken beautifully. I have one question. How many saxophones do you actually have?
I have 9.
See, I knew it was more than 5. Okay. So now that we have that, please let everyone know where they can follow you and your music.
You can follow me on IG, Saxaholic1. You can check my website, AaronMcCoymusic.com. Aaron McCoy on Facebook. Reach out. Let me know how you like my music that I put out. I just dropped a single, Midnight Drive. Check it out.
Because we need everyone to know how to reach this man right here. Because this is something special. I promise you, if you don't know, you better know.
Okay.
Check out all those places and all the ways to listen to all of his music. What an incredible way to begin season 3. Tonight, we've been reminded that purpose begins long before success, that consistency still matters, that humility never goes out of style, and that when talent meets preparation, amazing things happen. Aaron, thank you again. I can't say it enough. To everyone watching, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. Whether you've been here since episode 1 or tonight was your very first episode, welcome to the Smoking Ice family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because this conversation is something that everyone loves. And if you love great music, you'll be right here. Make sure you visit us at SmokingIce.net for past episodes, upcoming guests, and everything that's happening right here on Smoking Ice. Remember, every great bourbon has a story, every great cigar has character, and every great conversation has the power to change someone's life. Until next time, keep chasing purpose, keep celebrating passion, and as always, let's spark something real. I'm Kelly Allen.
I'm Aaron McCoy.
And this is Smoking Ice.
We hope you've enjoyed Smoke and Ice with Kelly Allen. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend so they too can be informed and entertained. For more information about the show, go to smokeandice.net.